Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Now, I know this is the first video, so you might be a little confused. Maybe you're, maybe you don't know why you're here, but you're here and you're tuned in, so welcome. Now, we're just gonna get straight into the mess. Now, Nicki Minaj's stylist responded to a comment that Cardi B posted on the Neighborhood Talk, which Cardi B follows on Instagram, and claimed that she had their notifications on after she was defending her husband. Cardi B said Offset bought him out his QC deal after they didn't want to renegotiate his contract. I'm tired of people trying to make Offset look like the bad guy. Enough is enough. Now, as we know, Cardi is going to defend her husband. The stylist responded and claimed that Cardi B had the Neighborhood Talks notifications on. This is when he came at Cardi on Twitter. Now, Cardi B hasn't said anything to him. Cardi B was minding her business, like she does. And here is what he said. Oh, and Cardi B, when you gonna run Rachel and Sarah their coins? No, they're not gonna settle for the $4 million. You keep trying to offer them, stop ducking the court cases and pay up. Now, mind you, Cardi B said nothing to him. Here's what Cardi had to say. Why you lying on me and those girls for? I have an open case and everything is public. Offering money will not benefit me and actually get me in real trouble. You making up anything because you decided to come for me after coming out of jail for stealing $3,000 worth of clothes. Now, if you don't know what Cardi B is talking about, from what I see, he allegedly stole clothes from Jay Lamia. Talk about a mess, child. Okay. User on Twitter, Benderella, quotes a tweet by CB2 Era and says, at Jay Lamina, did you ever get your clothes returned from this stylist? And she responded and said this, her assistant brought me back my belongings. We had a talk in my lobby and figured out that he had to be lying and misleading both parties. Shaking my head. Truly unfortunate because I always thought she was a pretty girl and wanted to work with her long term, and he ruined that for me. Child, talk about a mess. Anyways, this is when he tweeted at Cardi again and said, one thing about them tables, and Cardi B quoted it and said, one thing about them tables, you gotta sleep on top of them with a sheet for stealing $3,000 worth of clothes. Now, here he goes again. He quotes Cardi B and says, LMAO. Now you know you offered them girls money. And please, not ignore my other tweets. How many outfits T Styles done stole for you? How many Chanel's she blicked? Now, Cardi B quoted this tweet from the convicted thief and said this. She never steals from me. She don't have to. You don't know her. Your girls know her. And your girls was running up tea on you with that new job you had last year trying to bait my girl to give her tea about me by spilling your shit. My girl wasn't going. Now, child, Cardi B spilled in this one because one thing about her friends and one thing about T Styles is loyal. Actually, here's a clip of T Styles encouraging Cardi to get off live when she was drunk. This is a real friend that doesn't have to steal. Take a look at this.
And the lie. She's getting off live.
Anyways, Cardi B later tweeted and said this. You attacking me, making lies up with no receipts. You got people defending you, but the fact is you were spilling your client's tea with your bestie, hoping you get somebody to get tea off me. You unprofessional, but want it out on a front for people that will drag you if I really talk. Now, the recently released stylist said this. $3K worth of clothes, LMAO. Where is she getting all of this? The deflection is insane. But We not gonna ignore Offset at John Wall's house last night in my homegirl's face. One thing that I will bring up before I continue is every time somebody is starting a issue with Cardi, they try to bring up her children or her husband. Now, the thing is, her husband and her children have nothing to do with him allegedly stealing $3,000 worth of clothes. That's all I want to say. What does this have to do with you allegedly stealing $3,000 worth of clothes that you were sent to prison for? Anyways, now, Cardi B tweeted and said this: $3K worth of clothes, baby. It's in your records. F you mean. Where I'm getting it from. Everyone was at the party, including my cousin, who is Seth's assistant. Chill. Just like you lying about that $4 million, just like you trying to make your friend put words in my bitch mouth. Here are the screenshots of what Cardi B tweeted with this. So, we move on, and he quotes a Cardi B fan account. Here's what he had to say. We all know I was in jail. LMAO. Clearly your fave has been keeping up with me. What are we proving? Her lean, drinking, pill popping, community D, slanging husband is no stranger to the legal system either. Anyways, back to the mess. We move on, and Cardi B quotes this tweet. She said this: ooh, my man got a couple weed charges and gun charges cause he ain't no P word. And was a hustler. Rather D-slinging than talking P from B words. You bringing up my man trying to get me mad. Let's not talk about husbands. Next, we move on to him again talking. He said, why are you bringing up someone else's husband when me and you beefing? You showing your truest colors. Sneak this in the person you really want to beef with but scared. Let's actually talk about husbands you sanction. You know how the MAKKS give it up. Cardi B didn't say any names in this tweet. All Cardi said was, let's not talk about husbands now. Some obsessed user on Twitter who stalks Cardi B's mentions said this: here you go being a coward. You know WTF you were doing. Cardi B responded and said this: I'm not a coward. I said what I said. Period. An account that goes by Barb National responded to several tweets that Cardi B made saying, I am Cardi B. Let's talk about them bums on Culture's lips. Thanks to you. This, I will stop right here, and I would just like to clarify that it's not okay. No matter how upset you are or how mad you are that you can't be a certain person, to bring up their children. Bringing up someone's children is a very serious matter. That's like, you have to imagine this stuff. This is like, let's say we all have a little child in our life. It could be a nephew, a little cousin. It could be a younger brother or sister. And some might even have kids. When you bring up these people like that, you have to imagine someone bringing up the one that you love. You would be upset too. When people call Cardi B obsessed to responding to things that regard her children, it's weird. One, because you shouldn't be talking about her children in the first place. And two, because why would someone just openly let someone talk about her like their children? That's weird. But anyways, I'm sorry. I just had to point that out because this tweet really bothered me. Cardi said this: here y'all go bringing up kids. Cause what the F do my daughter got or have something to do with this? Okay. Then again, this is typical. Overall, I would just like to say Cardi has every right to defend herself. You cannot talk about someone and expect them not to want to defend themselves. Cardi B has every right to want to defend herself. Now, am I saying she should respond to everything? No, because she doesn't. There's days that I could just be looking at memes. I could be scrolling down Facebook, Instagram, anything, and I see thousands and thousands of people just hating on Cardi B for no reason. And it's like, what has this lady done to you guys that's made you so mad? Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole mess.